Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. And it reads, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. And I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. So, point of this lesson is obviously, well, first I'm going to say this. If you took all of our people out of the business sector, how would they be able to operate at full capacity? Right? Out of the warehouses, out of the offices, out of the retail stores, out of the factories, and so forth and so on. How would they be able to operate? Right? If you took all of our people out of the entertainment industry, actors, singers, comedians, rappers, right? Different artists, that industry would likely die out rather very quickly, right? If you took all of our people out of sports, which is the biggest thing in Babylon, right? These are all money makers. These are the biggest money makers in Babylon, right? The entertainment and the sports industries, right? In the business sector, right? And America is a corporation, so America itself is a corporation. Lay that to your heart, right? So, if you took all of our people out of the sports sector, baseball, basketball, football, so forth and so on, that sector, right, the sports sector, would fizzle out rather very quickly. Why is that? Because our people make everything go around, right? We uphold everything, right? So the point is, you may be deceived thinking you're not still in captivity just because you don't have chains and shackles around your necks. But see, you're not thinking with wisdom, right? You're not thinking with wise counsel, right? That was wise counsel the self-proclaimed white man took when he took us out of chains and shackles, right? So they would be able to operate so-called America efficiently. How could they operate all of these different sectors efficiently if you in chains and shackles? Wouldn't have worked. There would have been no progression. America would have never been what it had gotten to be, right? So you still in captivity. You just are attacked in a more psychological way, but you still attack physically as well, man. Through many different laws and just how they deal with our people, period. Right? Verse 9. Hear Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom. So this is what we're talking about in these last days. The house of David being raised up. And we have the spirit back. The spirit of life. We understand the conditions and the scenario that we are still truly in. And like we always say, it don't matter where you go in the world. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Esau, Edom run this whole world system right now, with the American dollar being the world reserve currency. Right? Get understanding. Right? I'm gonna read verse 10. Let me highlight that real quick. How happened if it Israel, you so-called blacks, Native American Indians, Hispanics, and Latinos, and that also includes the lost tribe of Dan, because the Lord is waking y'all up in these last days. Verse 10, how happened if it Israel, true Israel, that thou art in thine enemies' land, right? So-called America and all these other lands that our people are still captive in, right? Under these heathen nations. That thou art waxing old, right? We've been in this current captivity, right? For what? Since 1619, right? Really before that, because Esau Edom came back out in the 1400s to take back over, right? During the Dark Ages, right? So count all that all the way up till now, right? That thou art waxing old in a strange country, right? Mainly, predominantly so-called America, right? That thou art defiled or ruined with the dead. And the dead would be all the other heathen nations. They're not the chosen people. They don't have the Spirit. They don't have the Holy Spirit, right? They're the dead. Spiritually, they're the dead, right? And their judgment is just about due. And that's it. That's the lesson. I'm gonna give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the true elder apostles who we learn the truth from. And peace and blessings and salutations be unto the house of David, beginning with the 144,000 elect men and extending out to the rest of the 1/3, every man, woman, and child. And you already know.